Hey, what is going on guys, Rob here from the Hybrid Network, back again with another video. And last week I spoke about who could potentially be taking over the role of Star Wars Episode 9 from Colin Trevorrow, and less than a week later we found out who it would be, and to many die-hard fans it wasn't the best news they could have received. JJ Abrams will take the reins for Episode 9, and even though Episode 7 didn't set the world on fire, it was still a very competently made film. And I want to explain why Abrams might be one of the best choices for director when it comes to Star Wars. And before some of you go straight to the comments and start saying that Abrams isn't the best director in the world, I know he isn't. I'm on about for Star Wars, for this specific film, because many of you will agree that not many die-hard fans liked Episode 7. I understand that, but that film was basically going to be the same no matter who directed it. So let's just jump into this. Now, many people said that Abrams made a New Hope ripoff, and yes, that's exactly what was made. But if you think that was just Abrams' decision, you are incredibly wrong. These films aren't what they used to be before Lucas sold it to Disney. The Star Wars universe was a singular vision, and for better or worse, that gave us some very interesting decisions, whereas now these films are very committee driven. The way I view it is that before it was with Disney, it was all about taking risks. And now it's with Disney, there is a formula, and there can be little to no deviation from the formula, which gives us Episode 7. This means that we are getting the same story no matter what, and so all we can really ask for is a competently shot film from the director, and Abrams really delivers when it comes to that, giving us the huge sweeping shots that take your breath away when watching the film. He can also get the best out of his actors, and he's responsible for the delivery of lines, and he's really good at bringing out the levity in situations and making dark moments very dark. Perfect examples of this are when Finn is taught in a BB-8 and when Han Solo is killed. These are both shot very well and they get the point across really strong. That's a thing that many people forget when they criticise Episode 7. They mostly blame JJ Abrams. He was really the fall guy for that film, but if he wanted to change the story, they would have just fired him like they have with all the other directors that wouldn't play ball, and then that leads to rushed production, which makes what could have been a good serviceable film become poor. Abrams is willing to play ball, and that gives us a decent film, so before people go on a witch hunt for Abrams, he is not the problem. He is a very competent director that does his best with what he's given, and that's all we can ask for when it comes to the committee-driven Star Wars that we are now receiving. So would you prefer Star Wars to have stayed with George Lucas, given the prequels, or do you prefer Disney being in control and getting films like Episode 7 and Rogue One, which aren't really the best films in the world? Leave that down in the comments below. I've been Rob from the Hybrid Network. Please like, subscribe, press the alert button so you know when we upload. Goodbye.